let's try this out, right?
Brasileira?
Eu sou
De onde?
BH.
Huh?
BH, Belo Horizonte.
Bega. Bega is a nickname from Belo.
BH, yeah. It's like a
BH.
short.
We have, Abby's very good friend, where we're from. She's from Belo Horizonte.
Oh, really?
And I have been to Minas. I think it's beautiful. I really want to go and see. And Abby's from Florianopolis, and she wants us to go and live there. And I'm like, but I want to see these other places. I think it's
The rest of it.
you know, Minas is cool, but hot.
Honestly, I love Minas Gerais.
Yeah.
I'm in love with it,
Yeah.
and I wasn't before. But the first time I went to Florianopolis, I stepped the foot there, and I was
You're like,
was
oh
like,
my God.
yeah, that's it. That's life.
It seems
But-
perfect.
Yeah,
When
just
you
get to know the rest.
for a holiday, it's perfect. To live forever, it's small. It's an island.
Yeah, but nothing needs to be forever.
No, I agree.
Like,
And
it's not a life sentence. It's
No.
just a life choice.
this is it. And we have been there a few times, but from 20 years ago. And 20 years ago, it was still very basic. There was just this very basic
This
option,
small-
or very like super high-end glamour, or being roots, you know, like surfing and basic.
Now it's a little bit
Now
of-
it's blending
Yeah.
and it's becoming more sophisticated, but in a cool way. It's
Not like
growing.
mainstream.
No, it's become more civilized, you know, and so now it's like, okay, you know, there's some good schools.
Now it's possible.
It's possible.
I have a friend of mine that she has been living there for 6 or 7 years, give or take, and she has a small kid now. She's about 8, I guess, and she studies in a Montessori school
Ah,
or
Montessori.
something like
Oh,
that.
cool, good.
Yeah, and she loves it.
Yeah, she loves the environment there.
She
Yeah.
says she's never getting out of there.
I've been, I am from London really, I love London, and I've tried living there, but I think now the time is right with our kids this age. There's this feeling of space and light and
Sun.
sun, oh my God.
Although,
And rain, and cold, everything.
yeah,
a
but
mix.
Floripa is a little bit of everything.
Everything, yeah.
It's not just sunny days.
Yeah, yeah.
It's different from Bahia.
So,
Yeah, that's nice. So is always going to direct you
Yeah.
on, you can either think of a question or an area of your life, something that's going on, or what I prefer to instruct you to is to think of a feeling, not think, but like connect to a feeling, something that you cannot really explain so well in your thoughts. You cannot rationalize so much, but it's kind of like stuck there,
I know what it is.
and I think this is the best way to go. And by the way, thank you so much for doing this. This is definitely not something that I would be doing a while ago. So you get really stuck in your head about everything that can go wrong, right?
Sorry?
You get really stuck in your head about everything that could go wrong.
Could go wrong.
Yeah, like are the things that you need to prepare for so that it doesn't go wrong.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that.
But then you're like a dog chasing your tail.
Yeah.
Because you're like creating the problem and solving the problem, creating the problem and solving the problem. And you get a little bit exhausting of doing that. And then you feel like you don't have the mental clarity to actually take action in the direction you really want to go.
Good. Yeah.
Because you actually just want to take action. And then you
very
get
true.
stuck in your mind
Yeah.
trying to justify the action you want to take
Yeah.
instead of just going for it
Yeah.
and then seeing how it goes.
right.
And if you can always mitigate, you can always deal with everything.
Are these cards something?
Actually, I read everything. Like, I just download the energy and start translating. It's pretty much like translating from English to Portuguese. I'll just hit play and would start speaking in Portuguese or in English or whatever. But I'm translating energy. So it just goes. It's not really, I don't translate literal meanings of the cards itself. But this is what we were talking about. It has a relation to what I was thinking when the card was drawn and how I'm seeing it flowing with the others, and pretty much like a word in the middle of a sentence. Kind of. So, the thing is, for you to have clarity, don't don't give so much power to your ego, because he's the one that keeps you stuck on the cycles, like trying to go and don't, but give it power in the sense of knowing that you already have been through a lot of things. Like, you already have overcome a lot of challenges. That's the thing. You are projecting them to your future, but you already overcame them. Like, you don't have to carry this suitcase to your future. You can just leave them there. And go with the certainty that whatever happens, you'll be able to handle it. Because you have handled it in the past, a lot of different things. So use it as proof of your capability, but not, again, not as a life sentence. That will always keep on happening over and over and over again.
Do you accept discussion in this? Because
Sure.
I think, when you're young, this is what I find. When I was younger, I was prepared to take lots of risks because I had nothing to lose. Now, I'm at a life stage where the stakes are higher, the risk is higher. This is the thing. I have all this responsibility of kids and a wife who wants to be very independent. And if I don't get things right, it's gonna come apart. You know
I'll
what I mean?
share you a personal story about my family, actually, which is who I'm going to visit. My sister just moved from São Paulo here to the Netherlands. She moved to the house. I think it's something like that. And she's the one that works, that provides. And I got asked to go to a job there, and she has 3 kids, plus the husband. And trust me, it wasn't easy, but at the same time, it was like a no-brainer. The thing is, whenever you stop trying to anticipate what could go wrong,
Yeah.
you maybe can put all your energy on how can you make it
No, it's
right.
true, it's true.
How can you make it work?
And what I find, like just now, for 2 years I've been trying to go to Brazil. And last year we didn't come here because Tavi's family have a lot of problems, and she was like, I don't want to go. So I've been waiting to come here to go, okay, let's look and because to me, Brazil has a lot of space, opportunity, the things that I want from my life.
A lot of sun.
Sun, space. It's very open for business, you know, in many ways. Whereas Europe, where I'm from, is a bit
Where are you
so
from? I
compressed.
didn't ask.
London area, England.
London.
Yeah. It's going through a challenging time. Lots of regulation and lots of. So, yeah, me, I'm open to
Try
go
something.
and try and do stuff. And I've done it in the past in Brazil and I made success of that. But the stakes are higher now. If I come here now and it doesn't really work out, to me it's a big risk.
But
It's a
like,
big risk because this family can like come apart and.
is it a life sentence?
To be honest, yeah, I think this is it. My conclusion is I'd almost rather, if it's going to do that, I'd rather be there. I'd rather be here. Because I can still continue to be me and do the things that in the environment that I want to be in.
The thing is,
And so while I've been here, I have gone from feeling, while I was there, for like 3 years, I've been like this.
constricted.
Like shoved in the corner, like, and while I've been here, I just feel so light and free and positive and
Hopeful.
flowing and hopeful, and really like all these problems that come, they just go, they just like bounce off. Whereas there, I'm like, yeah, this and that, and.
You know that your
But here, I just feel like,
environment-
I go just whatever.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
your environment, it dictates a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
patterns of thought
Yeah.
you will access. Especially because this is Jung's concept of unconscious collective,
Oh yeah.
inconsciente coletivo. Because there you're accessing everybody's pain that
Yeah. And the media
from the people that
and,
live there.
Oh,
And when you come here, you don't access so much
No.
because it's different.
it's foreign to me, and I'm
Exactly.
it's like riding a wave.
So for you, it's like just seeing what you want to
Yeah.
and going for it.
That's it.
This is like me going
Yeah. So true.
out of my city.
Yeah.
And the thing is, whenever you don't give thought, whenever you don't give energy to these thoughts,
Yeah.
you don't block your vision, and you can actually take action,
Yeah.
like inspired action.
Yeah.
Not just action for action, because this is what's draining you.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot, but you don't see any
I don't
results.
feel like I'm getting it.
You're just
Yeah.
like thinking you're swimming,
Yeah.
and stuck in a.
And I have a business, right, which is good. It's a good business. But the government, the regulators, the tax man is coming and taking more and more. And so
You're
I'm
always
I'm
working
always
more.
working harder and harder to get a less reward. And because I can't see the next thing yet, I've tried some other things, but they didn't work. They failed, and so I keep doing that. I say thank you for that thing, and I'm delivering a service to people that I feel I'm not saying proud of, but I think it feels good to give people something good, to be there for them. So I keep doing that because that's humanity, you know, and it pays money. But I'm looking to go and do something creative and deeper. That's it.
And maybe you can find a sweet spot, not having to give up.
No, I won't give up all of that. No, I will keep doing that.
Everything,
Just
but also-
gradually decommit while diving
Into something
into
new.
the next. So that's my thought.
Because
Oh,
you
I'm
already
gonna die.
have one. No, actually, it's on the reverse. So it's like a brand new beginning.
Yeah.
It's letting go of this old things.
Yes. And
This is the actually all of this is on this boat.
Is what?
It's on this boat.
On the boat.
Yeah, but this is like a transition period.
Yes, no, I feel that
So
now.
it's pretty much like, what do you work with?
So
Design.
my business there is real estate property. Over time I bought and I renovate and I keep and I rent to people and I deliver a service to them of like co-living and
I asked
in London.
to do like analogies so that it, I don't know, it's how I work. But imagine that it's like you're in the middle of the renovation. Not even in the middle, but like you already have all the plans for the renovation.
Yeah.
You know how long it's going to take. You know, for example, transitioning to here, you know how long it's going to take for you to understand the market, to open the business, to start making it, you know, like run by itself without you having to be there 100% of the time, as well as you already know how long and how it's going to go if you have to step out of there as well. So you already have clarity on the next move.
On some things, yeah. I
The
think
only thing that's stuck in you, the fear of disappointment.
yeah.
What if I go and doesn't? Have you ever read Napoleon Hill?
Which one? I've
Think
read
and Grow Rich.
yes, I read it.
No, I was going to talk about the Outwitting the Devil.
Is that another book of yours?
Yes,
Oh,
I
no.
think this is the name. In Portuguese, it's Mais Esperto que o Diabo.
Okay, I'll
But
find
I
it.
think it's Outwitting
I've
the
read
Devil.
Think and Grow Rich. It's very good. There's
Yeah,
a
it's very
process in it, which I followed at some point a few years back when I was stuck, and I was like, how am I going to go forward?
Changes.
And it was like, follow this process, and it works. And it really, which was, okay, think of a number you want to generate, and then, okay, that's the number. Now, what are you going to deliver for that? And then just start to build the picture. And I went through that process, and it was very useful, and it works. I've introduced that to other people who are spiritual people, but they want to create a business, and they're like, oh, this is terrible, this is just about money. I'm like, no, it's not about money. It's about you set a goal, which is very simple, like a number, which, okay,
just go for
if
it.
I'm going to leave my job, how much do I have to earn per year to be able to do that? So there's a number. Now, from that, you start to go, what is it I want to give to people, and where's the value, and you know, it's
How
a
can
very,
I provide a
it's very
service?
clarity. It helps you to build your picture of vision.
But honestly, I don't believe that. Not that I don't believe. I respect spiritual people who are all about that idea of not needing money.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
everybody
So this
has to
guy,
have money to live.
yeah, he was very intelligent. He was basically a doctor of I can't remember. But he was a very bright guy, but he'd gone and moved to the spiritual side. He didn't like this money thing. I'm like, but you've already said, I've got a family and I need to support my family, and so this is important. So surely this is an important factor.
This is energy.
Yeah.
Whatever you can direct energy
Confidence
to generate money or to generate experiences or to generate attention or to
Yeah.
generate whatever.
The thing with me is I've spent a lot of my time, really what I am is like a designer. My dad is a designer, and it is to take something that is broken and terrible and make it
And
beautiful,
build up.
and then share it with other people, and they pay me some money to enjoy that and give them a service which is supported, and I enjoy that, but it's not enough. And so a few years ago I went to Canada and to learn coaching, so that I could try to help people. But I think coaching as a modality is, I didn't fully, I like a lot of aspects, but I am considering to actually go back and study a master's in either psychology or psychotherapy to start to be able to help people more. I will keep doing my property real estate stuff, but also do both. Because I think humanity needs some help at the moment, and I would love to do that, not just live in this material, okay, I build a beautiful thing and you pay me money. It's a little bit shallow. I want to do something that has a bit more depth to it, and
you will not guess what I graduated in
what?
when I was in university.
Psychotherapy or psychology or
Engineering.
Engineering, okay.
Like civil and production engineering.
Yeah.
And I went to work with that for a
And
while.
you found it too.
Well, my whole family, there are a lot of engineers and economists and everything, and I tried that for a while, but then I was like, not gonna happen.
No.
It's not for me. And I deviated a little bit and then ended up on therapy, but not like therapy.
No, but an alternative. And Delia, this person I mentioned earlier, who I speak to every week, she's Paraguayan, sort of Brazilian. She lived in Brazil a lot. She is basically a biochemist. She went down that, she's a scientist and got into a career with pharmaceutical companies, and she was like, no. And I really want to help people. She wanted to help people through that, but she could see she was not going to have that connection to people. It's just
it wouldn't be fulfilled.
Going to be a cog in a big machine that makes money, and so she was like, okay, I've got to get out. And she went down this sort of route as well, very alternative, because she's a very intelligent person and spiritual and interested in psychology. Wow, she's doing very well. She has clients all over the world.
That's what I'm going for.
Wealthy families.
I mean, nowadays I have been working with this for the past 5 years, and I have actually been studying everything regarding to this for the past 10 since I left engineering. But over the last 5 to 3 years, everything changed when I started working with the cards, and especially I have a special deck, which is an oracle deck, that every card has a programming to it. Sort of like a guided meditation that I recorded. It was just in the book, but I recorded everything and I sent to people after the sessions so that it can keep on changing some internal things. But when I began, it was not like, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
No.
Actually, it was just like, okay, I need something or else I'm going to explode. I need some way to put this in the world. And this is the sweet spot when you just go for it, and then everything starts to show.
The work, huh? Like the synchronicity.
Yeah.
I agree. But it's belief as well, isn't it? And me, this is the thing. I have to decide now. Like Otavia here, she's just done. She did it some time ago. But if I want to go down the route I'm thinking now, which is to be fed clients and such, so you don't really want to go out and find them. It would take 4 or 5 years of study, and we will come. Okay, we will.
Hi, gorgeous. How old are you?
5.
Hi. It's the same age as my niece, the younger one.
And my sister is 9.
9 is the same age as my nephew, the older one. But there is one in the middle as well. I have
Very pertinent.
The one in the middle, how old is she?
She's 8. 5, 8, and 9.
Okay. All right. Well, I better go and be with these little people. Give some contact details, please. Have you got
Sure.
something?
What do you guys prefer? I have like Instagram, website, YouTube.
Something that we can get in touch with you. Yeah.
Like the one you prefer.